Hey, welcome to the first edition of the ExpertView Show. And on this show, I bring on guests and experts from different industries, niche, to come discuss about what they are doing. And the essence of this show is to give you clarity from an expert point of view. And today, which is the first edition of this show, I'll be bringing a guest and we'll be talking about copywriting. I know copywriting can be kind of confusing at times for newbies. So I'll be bringing a guest who is a guru, but I wouldn't like to use that guru. He's an expert in this field. We even call him celebrity copywriter from Nigeria. So today we'll be discussing about money printing copywriting secrets. So they want to expose you to some secrets that will make you print money, print cash on demand using what? And today with me, I have the man, the might, and the legend, Tony Fotizo. And he will take us through the valley of copywriting and show us what we need to know, things we need to put in place so as to use what to pull out cash from the purse of our customers. So I'll just briefly introduce him before we get started with today's show. So Tony Fotizo is a copywriter. In fact, he's one of the most recommended copywriter from Nigeria. Now, I did not say just Nigeria, from Nigeria. He has clients both in Nigeria and outside Nigeria. He has been doing this for years. In fact, all of your goats, when I say goats now, I'm not referring to goats as animal. I mean your goats in capital letter are actually hiring him to write their copies. So for you to know that he is very, very good when it comes to copywriting. So I'll just bring him on and we'll get started with this talk. But let's go on a short break and we'll be right back. Okay, so welcome. How are you doing, man?
I'm doing very fine. Thank you, Samuel, for bringing me on this show. I really appreciate it.
My pleasure.
Thank you so much.
You are welcome. Okay, so who is Tony Fotizo? Before we get started with copywriting, who is Tony Fotizo?
All right, Samuel, first of all, before I even talk about who this guy Fotizo is, I want to really thank you for what you're doing, right? A young man that is actually bringing quality information to the digital space. And the first time I heard about you actually was a recommendation. I was trying to do something with Elementor, right? And people kept saying that check Samuel's YouTube channel, and boy, when I got to your channel, the kind of information that I saw there was like a paid course. You know, I was like, who is this young guy? I mean, this guy is really doing fantastic. So that's my first interest, and that's why when you said you want me on your show, I didn't decline. If you have noticed, if you look around the internet, this is the first interview that I'm granting. I don't grant interviews. I don't do anything of this nature. All right. So because of your quality, because of the kind of person you are, that's why I'm jumping on this. So kudos to you, and I really respect your work. Thank you very much. Who is Tony Fotizo? Tony Fotizo is a young guy who just people actually like his work. Really, I don't know why. So I don't want to blow my own horn. I don't know why. I don't really think I am. I don't know how to put it. People kind of really like my work a lot, and the kind of stuff they say about me. Sometimes I wonder, like, am I the one they're talking about? Anyway, so I can't deny them their right to express themselves. All right. So I'm into copywriting. One of the stuff that I do, which is I turn words into cash, and I also teach people how to turn their words into cash. By that, I mean, when people read what you write, they should be able to reach a conclusion where they are willing to spend money with you or give you their money, as we say. So basically, that's what I'm primarily known for in the Nigeria internet marketing space, as someone who is able to turn words into cash.
Thank you for that introduction. People that know you know you. People that don't know you will know you now. Okay, so let's just get right into it. Now, we are talking about copywriting, but the truth is this: there are so many definitions as regards the word copywriting. People, in fact, get confused. They get lost when it comes to copywriting. So, as an expert in this field, I want you to just define the word copywriting in your own words, in such a way that even a 7-year-old child will understand. What is copywriting? Let's know, please.
All right. Thank you very much, Samuel, for this question. I hope you can hear me clearly.
Very loud and clear.
All right. Copywriting is, first of all, let me just go in this direction. Some people mistake content marketing or content writing, for copywriting, meaning anybody that writes something online, they call themselves a copywriter, not to diss anybody, but I just want to draw a little, make a little differentiation between the two, right? Content writing or content marketing has to do with you producing information, mostly to educate, to inform. All right.
Yeah.
And we call it value. You say like what you do with your channel mostly is content marketing. You are providing value upfront. You are teaching people. You are helping people. That is content marketing. Someone can see your content and maybe want to sign up for your more advanced training because you have provided so much value to him. For example, the time I was looking for that information on Elementor, if you had probably an advanced training, after consuming your free content, which I actually loved, which actually helped me, I would most likely want to buy the more advanced one. That is content marketing. Right? But copywriting, it's not providing, like we say, like value or content upfront. Copywriting is getting someone to take action, to take the action you want them to take. I repeat, copywriting is using your words to get somebody to take the action that you want them to take, whatever that action might be. It might be to share your content. It might be to sign up for your newsletter. It might be to buy your product. It's actually saying something to somebody's ears, and what you said would move them to take action. Yes, I jokingly say that a copywriter is like a man with a weapon, a man who is holding a weapon. A man who is holding a weapon can get almost anything that he wants. So yes, I liken it to that, but this time the weapon is your words.
Powerful. In fact, you just gave me a new perception to what copywriting. I do copywriting, right? But it just gave me a new perception to what copywriting is. If you're a good copywriter, you don't need to nurture people for weeks, for months before they buy from you. So far, you know how to use your words correctly. Awesome. So actually, I forgot to say I have 10 questions for you. So we have dealt with the first question, and we have 9 more questions to go. So my next question is this: I know all copywriters, or let me say all digital marketers, they have their own rituals before they launch any campaign or do any stuff, launch their offer, launch their campaign. Now, my question is, whenever Tony Fotizo wants to write a copy, what is the first thing that he does? So what's the first thing you do? Okay, well, you know, I'm writing a copy for a product, for this offer or something. What is that first thing you do?
Okay. Really, I'm sorry. Well, for me, the first thing that I do is really is research. It's research. You know, so when you want to write, you know, a sales material, really, the first thing that I do is research. You know, and when I say research, people have different idea of what research might mean, right? But for me, when I say research, I'm talking about, you know, gathering data about the person I'm writing to, or the market I'm writing to, or the people I'm writing to that I'm trying to influence. And what kind of data am I looking for? And that is where the difference lies. It's where is the data that you are looking for. Like somebody like me, I don't just look for any data, because sometimes you can be overwhelmed with data. So when you say I'm looking for data, what type of data are you or should you be looking for? Or what kind of data do Fotizo look for when he's trying to write a sales material? Data I'm looking for is behavioral patterns. Behavioral pattern. The way the person, the way the person I'm writing to, I'm trying to study the behavior of that particular market or person or people, because really it is the information that you get from your research that will help you to come into what I call role playing. You see, copywriting from where I'm sitting, from where I'm looking at it, is more or less like role playing. You know what role playing is? Role playing is to act, you know, is the act of imitating the character, you know, and behavior of someone who is different from yourself, right?
Yeah.
So it is only when you study the behavior that you can put on that character, because you cannot write to influence somebody that you don't understand.
Cannot write to influence someone that you don't understand.
No,
awesome.
You can't.
Yeah.
So you know, behavior is the way in which an animal or a person behaves, responds to a particular situation or stimulus, right? So, and the key word here is stimulus, because your words are going to serve as that stimulus to trigger that behavior. So if you don't understand the person's behavior or the market's behavior, you cannot say words that will trigger the stimulus, that will stimulate, the words that will stimulate that behavior that you want. So the first thing I do is to research the behavior. For example, if I'm writing to a market of women who are going through menstrual pain, all right? Who are going through menstrual pain during when they are having their monthly cycle, they have menstrual pain. I have to study the behavior of women during menstruation and the behavior of women that have cramps or menstrual pain during their monthly cycle. How do they act? What irritates them? You know, and all that goes with it. So in short, you are role-playing, you are taking the character of the person you are writing to. So that is the kind of research that I do. So I go in depth to study behavior. I don't just look for any information, because it can become information overload that you actually become confused, right? But if you can channel your research to study behavior, then you are going to hit the nail on the head.
Awesome. In fact, that is like a whole ebook on its own. So basically, you are trying to research and gather things that makes them behave in certain way. That is the most important research. Wow, that is another key thing to note down. Okay, so let's move to the next question. Now, you are talking about copywriting, and I'm very, very sure the most important thing, should I say the most important thing, or one of the most important thing of every copy is an headline. Because if you cannot write a compelling headline or attention-grabbing headline, then there will be no way for someone to keep reading the rest of the copy. So it's just like waste of time. So my question is, how can we craft a compelling, attention-grabbing headline for our copy? Or how do you do it? Let me put it that way.
Somewhere, these questions you are asking me are questions that you should pay consultative fee for, man. You are asking me some very important questions, but I understand you're always bringing quality to your audience, and that's one of the reasons why I actually like you and I'm here. So your question is, how do you craft an attention-grabbing headline, right? Which is, of course, why, first of all, you said it's one of the most important things in copywriting. The truth is that it's not one of the most important things, it is the most important thing.
Wow.
Okay, why is it the most important thing? Is because okay, let me put it like this. Okay. There's a saying that you will be addressed the way you dress.
Yes.
All right. So you might be the most sweetest person, have the sweetest personality in the world. You know that you are a good person. But if you dress in a particular way that society has defined as not good, that kind of dressing is not good, people will hardly look past that you're dressing to get to know you.
Yeah.
All right. You see, and there's another thing that said, that we say, don't judge a book by its cover. Why are they saying that don't judge a book by its cover? Is because people will most likely judge a book by its cover. So your headline is like your dressing. Your headline is like your book cover. If it doesn't get past the first stage, meaning that people don't actually get interested, or you cannot catch people's attention with your headline, they are not going to read past that headline. So every other thing you have said in your sales letter is a waste if your headline doesn't do the job you're supposed to do. And what's the job of the headline, right? We can go here or there, but let me just say what I think is most important, right?
Okay.
Something that people you won't find in any book, or you will hardly find in books, right?
The Fotizo's definition or crafting of headline.
Thank you, Samuel. So the purpose of a headline is to distract. The purpose of your headline is to create a distraction. So if you are watching this video, write that down. The purpose of your headline is to create a distraction. And why did I say so? I'm saying this now because of how our attention span as human beings has shrinked. Our attention span has shrunk so much, and the dopamine inducing elements in our society has become numerous and high, right? So, to get somebody to stop what they are doing, to pay attention to what you want them to pay attention to, you must be able to create headlines that distract, that create a distraction. For example, if you're on YouTube, you are watching a very nice video of your favorite musician, and a 5 seconds ad comes up. What should that ad do to you for you to abandon that particular music you are enjoying and click on that ad and go and look at what that ad is saying. That ad must be able to create what? A very strong distraction. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Amen. 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 Preach, pastor. Preach, preach.
So, you know, and how do you create distraction? There are some elements that you use to create distraction. But the foundation of that these elements will be built on is on the person you are trying to distract. I repeat, distraction can only be created, a strong distraction can only be created on the element. You know, I mean, person. on the person. So what do I mean by that? We are obsessed with ourselves. We are obsessed with ourselves. Humans are obsessed with themselves. If I show you a picture of 5 people, a picture I snapped of you and 5 people, and I bring that picture to you that, oh, Samuel, look at the picture I snapped that day. The first person you want to see is you among the 5 people in the picture. Because we are here, because we as humans, we are obsessed with ourselves. So that is the foundation of how to create distraction. So, and again, it goes back to what I said before, the research. So the person I'm writing to, what is most important to him or her as regard the topic that we are going to talk about now. If, for example, I want to write to ladies who are not naturally endowed behind. All right.
Okay.
So I know that is the person I want to write to. So I'm going to come from that angle of insecurity, that thing that she's obsessed about. My backside is not big enough. That's why men are not looking at me. That's why I'm losing attention of men. So I'm going to write something that's going to, take her attention back to that her insecurity, that thing that her mind is always focusing on. So that's why I said that it's going to be built on what the person needs, on the person, on his strongest need, or the need that you want to arouse at that time. So that's how you create headlines that are, that can create distraction. It's
honestly
simple. It's simple. It's not like it's the difficulty. For example, you can say need a bigger backside. Just need a bigger backside. Like that is a short form of saying, do you need a bigger? Need a bigger backside. If someone who has a small backside and he's obsessed with that, that will actually, as she's scrolling on the news feed and she sees need a bigger backside, she will stop. And the wordings that follow will now kind of heighten that curiosity.
They'll need to check after getting their attention. The next thing that follows should be something they can relate with to retain their attention.
So that is it. So you are going to, don't just write something abstract, trying to figure out what is the biggest need of this person, what is the person obsessed about, then make a big promise on that need. That will surely stop somebody on his or her track.
Wow.
So let me stop there. It's deeper than that, but let me stop there.
In fact, you have given us an insight. Now, here is the thing. If you notice, we started from what do you do first? I talked about making your research. Now, the truth is this: before you can craft a good headline, you need to have made your research of the audience you are writing to, or of the audience you are marketing to. So all of these things will become easy when you have done your research. The truth is, I keep screaming about making your research. This is not just about writing your sales copy. It could be when you are setting up your advert, designing your creative, and so many other things. So research cannot be overemphasized. So
True.
that is that about that. Trust me, it just gave me a new insight and clarity as regards writing and crafting headline. So now we are diving deep into the world of copywriting. Now, my next question is this. After you have crafted your headline, now the most important thing or the next thing you want to do is the body, write the body of your copy. And the truth is this, most people get lost. Even after writing the headline, they get lost. They don't know where to start. They don't even know what to write. It's just like you staring at a blank screen. You don't know what to write. You don't know the word to put on the screen. So my question is, as the great Fotizo, is there a framework that you follow, or is there a framework that you can share with newbies or people that are probably new to the copywriting world? Is there a framework that they can leverage on? Because the essence of every copy is to get people glued to their screen. Get them glued to their screen until they take your desired action. So my question is, do you have a framework that people can follow when writing their sales copy, ad copy, or any type of marketing copy?
Well, thank you, Samuel. Of course, there are frameworks. There's plenty. You know, there are plenty of many. That is not really the problem. The problem is actually how to use the framework, and that is where practice comes into play. So, well, I would just say this without really, because this will take a lot of time. I will provide some context. I will provide some tips that anyone watching this can go and actually use. But for me, one of the best framework that I use, which I will not be able to break down here, but I'll just tell you what it is built around, right? The framework is built around building trust and inducing greed. So from the headline, like we have discussed, is to stop someone on their track, to pay attention to what you want to say. So after then, what I do, what my framework is around is trust and greed. So I try to build trust so that the person that is reading my copy gets to know me and trust me. All right. Then I also try to induce their greed glands so that they can take action on the whatever I'm offering them. Having said that, I don't want to go too deep into that because it's very complicated, what I just said now. But there are simple frameworks that one can use, like, for example, we have the before after bridge, before after bridge, before after, yes, after, then bridge. It's a framework, all right? So the before, you are talking about describing their situation. So the first part, you are describing, hey, Samuel, this is what you are going through, right? I understand what you are going through. So first of all, I get you. This is what you are going through. That is explaining your problem to you. Then two, the after, right? The after is, I'm telling you that, painting a picture, explaining to you how your life would be without this problem. How your life would be without this your problem of not having enough money. How you'll be riding your dream cars, how you'll be living in your dream house, how you'll be living your dream life, traveling the world and all that. This is what will happen when this your problem goes away. All right? Then the bridge is now somewhere. This is how you can get there. So step one, telling you, diagnosing your problem. I understand your problem. This is what you are going through. Can I give you an example?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. I'm with you.
For example, you just left school with your tutu. You have finished youth service. You have been going around sharing your CV, and nobody seems to be offering you a job. The one that the job that you were offered was merely 50K per month. This problem is caused by our government inability to provide jobs and enabling environment for new companies, industries to spring up.
Yeah.
You know, this is a situation where most of our youths are right now.
Yes.
However, if there was a solution that you could use to generate 2 million naira every month, this kind of problem, these are the kind of things you'll be enjoying, right? You will be able to help your parents, do you know, blah, blah, blah. You paint that picture of what they could get with 2 million, what they could do with 2 million naira every month. Now, what if I told you, Ganga, that this dream that I just told you, I just explained to you, could be achieved by my XYZ method. In fact, here is Samuel, who I taught this method, and in 2 weeks, he was able to travel to America to blah, 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 blah. You know, so it's like, before, this is what you are experiencing, diagnosing the problem. After, painting a picture of what is possible if there was a solution. Bridge, presenting them. This is solution to achieve this picture that I just painted for you. So this is a framework that one can use. If there is time, I would maybe want to probably give you one more
frameworks. Yeah, you can. You can just give us one more, then we'll move on.
Okay. I will just rush over this. This one is features, the features of your product, the advantages of your product, the benefits of your product. So it's straightforward. You state the features of the product that you have, then you state the benefits of the product. I mean, the advantages. Sorry, this is why it is helpful. This is why it is helpful. The benefit. I mean, the advantage. I'm missing it up. The advantage. Then the last one is
the benefit.
The benefit. So what this means for you. You know what this means for you. What this can do.
Okay, let's just move on from there. In fact, I only know of features and benefits. You just added a new advantage.
Features, advantages, and benefits.
I'll start
the advantage is why is this helpful? Why is this helpful? You know, the feature is what you or your product can do. Advantage, why it is helpful.
Why?
Benefit, what it means for you.
Oh my God.
What it means for you. What it can do for you.
Guys, see, let me tell you something. You see, shows like this we will take you inside the head of the guest. The funny thing is, you might not have discussed this somewhere else, but it will take you inside the head of the guest itself, the person that is talking. So all of these things that he's saying, I will advise you, watch it, take your notes, take your pen, take your pad, jot them down, go over it again. Personally, after this, I would watch this video, even though I'm the one interviewing, I will watch this video again, over and over again, till I understand everything. So guys, if you're really getting value, please make sure you like this video. If you have not subscribed to my channel, probably you are new to my channel, do well to also hit the subscribe button below and also turn on the bell notification. Okay, so we have discussed about so many things. Now let's move to something else. Now this is kind of relating to what we have discussed earlier, but I still want you to share your expert view on this. So when you're writing your copy, there are some elements that every sales copy needs to have for you to be sure that, okay, you see, this copy that I'm writing must convert. That is the goal. You want to ensure the copy converts, that is, bring sales or drive people to take your action, your desired action. So my question is, what are these elements? What are these elements that you ensure you have in most of your sales copy?
All right, somewhere. Thank you very much for this question.
Yeah.
I'm just so excited for the people that are going to be watching this, really, and it's just very kind of you, actually, for this kind of the questions you have and making it available to everybody who want to learn. Your question is a really deep one, so because it's deep, you know, there's not everything you can actually say in a short interview, but
yeah,
I will give you a hint. I will give you the heart of the matter, right? So what are the elements that must be in a high converting copy? First of all, let me tell you something. A good copy is not written to someone. A good copy is not something you write, like I want to send a love letter to my love interest. I want to write something to somebody. A good copy is not something you write to someone. It is rather something you write for someone. It's not to, it's for, right? And the only way I can explain this more is to say you are not, a good copy is not written to convince someone. You are not trying to convince someone. Rather, you are actually defending someone. You are acting as this person's advocate. So the element that every winning copy has is this, what I just said now, is that element of writing for someone, writing as an advocate, not trying to convince. The person is not a judge that you are trying to plead your case before. Actually, the person is your client that you are trying to defend against the problem, against whatever problem or what they are trying to solve. When you have this in the back of your mind, coupled with what we have discussed before, that I'm not writing, okay.
Now understand.
You know,
continue.
You see, there's a difference between if I'm trying to force you to do something, right? You are going to resist. If I'm trying to force you now to do something that you don't want to do,
yeah,
you are going to resist.
Yes.
Right? There's difference between, that's why there's a law against when somebody tries to force another person, you know, sexually, right? It's a crime because you are trying to force the person, right? But there's no law against when two people, this thing, it will benefit you, it will benefit me. We are on the same page. As we say in Nigeria, it goes with you, it goes with me. Then nobody is forcing anybody against their will. I want
their
it.
will.
Yeah, I want it and you want it. So that is the element, in a layman's term, that is the element of a good copy. It's not forceful. Rather, it is something of what you want, what the buyer wants. So that's why I say it's an advocate. You as a copywriter, you are standing as an advocate. You are on the person's side. So that element of force is lacking. That element of trying to compare, and this is different between elite copywriter and not elite. You know, the method out there is to try to coerce people, try to make them to do something. You know what I mean? Force them to do something. But what if there was a method that you could use that will make the thing you want them to do becomes what they want to do?
Now that is deep, very deep.
So, yeah, so that is the elements that a top winning copy has. That when you read it, you don't feel like somebody wants to take your money. You don't feel that somebody is trying to pressurize you to do something. Rather, you feel that somebody is here and looking for your best interest, and you have this you will have this thought in your head: why haven't I known about this solution or this why? But guess what? You are going to pay for it too.
Yeah.
What you are thinking in your head is, my God, why haven't? Oh, thank you. Oh, you are thanking the person. Thank you. Oh, this is what I've been looking for. Thank you. So that's it.
Wow.
I know it's deep.
In fact,
I know it's deep, but that's it.
In fact, this is deeper than deep. Trust me. You know, in cryptocurrency, they say buy the deep, but the deep is still deeping. So this is like kind of deeper than deep. Trust me. Me myself, I'm still trying to get everything arranged inside my brain. Honestly, you are giving us a new perspective to copywriting.
Thank you.
If I need to go watch this over and over again, till it sinks inside my brain. Okay, so let's move on. Now, we've talked about how you can have a winning copy, how you can write a winning copy. But the truth is, things happen. That's just the truth. Things happen. So my question is, after writing all of this copy, putting your best and all of that, but you launch the campaign or you launch your offer with the copy, but it just happened that it did not work as you expected. Now, here is the thing. Your own goal, you are an expert in this field. The way you want your copy to like work, your own target will be different from another person. So my question is, now when you write your copy, you have your expectation, right? Now my question is, what happens or what do you do if that copy could not give or bring in those conversion, those expectations that you are expecting? It happens to everybody, every marketer, gurus, big guys. So what do you do? Let's know, please. What do you do when your copy does not convert?
All right. Let me just first of all bust some bubbles. It is a fallacy to believe that once you write a copy, no matter the level of your expertise, that once you write the copy, it must convert. It's a fallacy. I mean, that kind of expectation is for children. All right? It's for children. That, you know, it's like believing that once daddy comes, daddy must buy me biscuits. It's for children. So let me now tell you what experts do. So before you launch a campaign that you have, you know, you believe you have covered all the what's it called? All the loopholes. I mean, this is watertight copy. It must sell. Before, even when you have that, even when you have that, there's something that experts do, and that thing is something that newbies don't want to do. You know what that thing is?
No, at all. I don't know. Tell us, please.
It's called testing.
Testing, yeah.
Testing. All right. So this answers your question that what do you do when your copy doesn't work? So if your copy doesn't work, it will not work in the testing stage. So when it doesn't work in the testing stage, because you are testing, you are running ads, for example, you are tracking. Another word again, tracking. Are they clicking on the ads? Yes, they are clicking. Okay, when they land on my landing page, do they submit their emails or their details? No, they don't. okay, all right, let's say they do. Now they get to your sales letter. Does it convert? Do they spend adequate time on the sales letter? So all these matrices will help you to know where the problem is coming from. So when you now know where the problem, let's say, okay, they don't even click on the ad at all. You will know that probably the pain points you were trying to address in that ad copy is not hitting home. You have misread your data. You have done a research that didn't go well. All right. So that is what you do. You go back and dismantle. First of all, you find where the problem is. Then from there, you now start, re-engineering. Testing different angles, different images, and all that to see which one the audience will respond to. Because when it comes to adverts, which copywriting falls under, audience is king. Audience is king. No matter how much you spent in putting that copy together, that says funnel together, if the audience doesn't bite, then you have missed the mark. So you have to go and re-engineer, look for where the problem is and see how to fix it. And it's all about testing. Nobody knows it all. Yes, your expertise will help you, but testing is one of the tools that experts use to know where the problem is and find solutions.
Engineer,
yes.
Awesome.
So that's
awesome.
what it is.
I'm also a preacher of testing. So this is not just limited to copywriting, even Facebook ads. Now let me just add to it. Let me tell you something. You might even have a good copy. The issue might not even be from your copy. So I tell people, you see, digital marketing is more like having a system with subsystems. So your copywriting is just like a subsystem inside the system. So that copywriting that you have written might be okay, but maybe your traffic source, people you are bringing into, are the wrong kind of audience. So that's why he said, diagnose the whole problem, look for where the loopholes are, then re-engineer. So that is very, very crucial. So don't just start touching your copy up and down. Check, know what is really happening. So thanks for that insight. Now I want to have your opinion. This show is what is called ExpertView, the ExpertView Show. So I want to have your opinion, your view on this. You see, people say, I prefer long copy compared to short copy. Short copy works better compared to long copy. Now, what I'm asking you now is not to debate which is better. My question is, what is your view? Just let us know your view as regards long copy and your view as regards short copy, not really debating which is better now.
Okay, thank you very much, Samuel, for this question. The thing is this, it's not, I don't want to use a bad word, a bad language. It is not a wise, comparison. I don't know how to put it. It's not wise to even start saying long versus short. All right? Because long or short is for the same purpose.
Yeah.
Good. Now, if long or short is a matter of use case. Use case.
Yeah.
Right. So there is a place where you use long form. And there's a place where you use short form. The purpose is the same, but the place where you use it, the use case is where the issue is. All right. So it's not one is better than one. Okay. Let me. This is the analogy that I give. There are conversations that should last longer. And there are conversations that don't need to last long. So if for a conversation that should just take a few sentences, you are now overflogging the issue, people will say that person talks too much. Oh, he talks too much.
You're too much.
Yeah, like if you are a Christian and you go to church, you will know, you would have experienced this scenario that I want to paint. There are some leaders in church that pastor has finished preaching, or pastor just preached for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Said, brother or pastor, junior pastor,
pray and round up.
Round up, my God.
Yeah.
That's something that you not take that you not take 1 minute. We end up taking 15 minutes. People will start, oh God, what is this? This is wahala. What is this? So that is short copy and long copy. So you know the situation. Your own is to know this situation, what kind of copy is required. Is it short or long? So if it is long, you know, okay, I have to sit down and actually write long copy. If it is short, you give it short. In conclusion, one problem of amateur copywriter is they always want to show off.
Show off, yeah.
So please, please take note of that. Don't try to show off. So, for example, something that they can say in 200 words, but because they have learned different skills, framework, they want to do Neymar. They want to do like Neymar in the feed. So it's too much thoughts, too much. We not square the whole thing. No. Yeah. So that is one thing that I also noticed. So that's my take on it. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. So guys, here's the thing. No, this is not a live show now. This is not something live. But I'm very sure as you are watching this video, you are encountering so many haha moments. So just drop them in the comment section. I know this is not, assuming this is a live show, I'm very sure so many comments will be buzzing right now. So guys, just drop, if you are watching the replay, of course you'll be watching the replay. So just drop whatever thing you are learning, drop them in the comment section. Okay, so we have, I think, just few questions, about 3 questions left. We are about rounding up, but these 3 questions, you do not want to miss it. So stay glued to your screen and keep watching, because you definitely learned something. Okay, my next question is, now, personally, I run e-commerce business, right? Now, there's this product you have been selling since 2019. Like one product, although it's upsells, other bomb, blah blah blah. So we have been selling this product since 2019. That's about 2019, 20, 21. Let's just say 3 years, for about 3 years. I'm very sure you understand the point I'm coming from. Now you have been selling a product for 3 years. Trust me, you will definitely experience ad fatigue, sales copy fatigue in different forms. So my question now is this: how do you keep generating different angles, ideas for your copy to sustain a campaign? Probably you are running an offer for a long period of time. So how do you, because trust me, it's not easy, but you just know that your product works and you want to keep selling the product. So how do you keep generating ideas, different marketing angles to sell your product or to promote your offer?
All right. Thank you very much for this question. This question is a difficult one.
Yeah, very difficult.
It's a difficult one. So normally this is what you do to help you along the way. This is what you do. So when you are creating an offer, all right, that is the point where you brainstorm. That's the point where you collate images. You see, one of the mistakes that people make is they want to get through the creative processes as fast as possible. And that comes back to bite them later on. For example, you want to run an ad, you find an image, you just get one image, or at most 2, and you are gone. No, people get as people that you see they run offers for a very long time. When they were creating that offer, on their folder they have like 50 images.
Yeah.
Knowing full
That's
well
true.
that as time goes on, there will be fatigue.
Yeah.
Same thing with sales copies. You don't just create one and you are done. You create 7 to 10. So that is the point. So you create 7 to 10. So those ones are there, waiting for when the first one gets tired, you try the next one. All right. But again, when it comes to being creative or where you find inspiration from, it's quite easy. All right. You should be someone that is looking out for other people's adverts. You are not the only creative person in the world.
Yes.
Right. So just have that at the back of your mind. So somebody like me, I am like a sponge for other people's work.
Yeah.
They give me inspiration. So on Facebook, on YouTube, I'll see different ads. The ads might not be on my niche or in my niche, but when I see it, if it hits me, if it catches my attention, I swipe it. So that when I want to create, it can form a basis of inspiration for my own ad, for my own niche. So that is how you can have resources available to you, is by swapping, winning. Listen, let me just chip this in now. Don't swap ads because I said you should swap the ad. I will say, oh, these are my best. I see people sell ad swipe. I'm not knocking them, but don't buy it. If you want to follow don't buy it. Don't listen to it. Don't say, oh, these are the ads that I want. These are the ads. No. Swipe ads that have moved you. So as you are watching YouTube, there are some ads you will see that don't skip it. Swipe it. The one that touched you. The one that communicated to you. Because you know why? When you want to recreate, when you want to recreate, you are going to recreate from you. You are the one, you are the creator. So if something, you have a buckload of 1,000 ads that don't inspire you, so how are you going to
swipe
to use it to create your own?
Copy,
so it's by swiping the ones that inspires you. That's the one that will inspire you to create your own version of it. I don't know whether I'm
I understand. Clear.
Yeah, so you must be actively involved in swiping ads that speaks to you. Because those ones that speaks to you are the ones that will inspire you to create.
Wow. In fact, like I'm just receiving Rema in every questions, every answer they are giving. Trust me. What you just said now might even lead to a controversy, but it is what it is. So guys, he's an expert. He knows what he's saying, and if you look at it very well, that's just the truth. If a copy can eat you, it means it is special. So you can remodel that particular copy easily because you know why it worked. So that's just it, guys. Good. Okay, so we have 2 more questions and we'll wrap this up. Now, my next question is, the truth is, we have been talking about copywriting, but the truth is, you cannot learn everything, like be good at copywriting just right now. Now, my question is, what are the best practices that you can recommend for people to be good at copywriting? So this is just like, he has shared so many things with you guys now. So what can people do? What are the practices that they can put into play to become good and better at writing copy or at copywriting?
Very good question. I like this one. I like this one, Samuel. I like this one. This one is not hard.
Yeah.
So the thing is this. I want to take your mind back. We have been talking for a while now, over an hour. I think so, maybe close to an hour. how, okay, let me put it like this. Musicians, singers, people that sing, when they are starting out in their career, maybe when they are 10-year-old, in their teen, how did they start singing? The question is, how do you become better? How do you practice? I mean, Abi, that's the question, right?
Yeah, practice, yeah.
How do you
become better?
To become better, yes.
Yeah.
So how these young singers, when they were younger, how did they start to get good in their craft? I will answer the question. They started by singing other people's song. They started by imitating other people. All right. Yes. They have musicians that they like. Let's use P Square, for example. P Square started by dancing like Michael Jackson. And it's not just P Square. Michael Jackson was imitating a guy called James Brown. He was an inspiration. So that's how you get better, is by having someone you look up to and try to imitate the person in your writing until you find your own voice.
Your own edge, your voice.
Yes. So right now, there are young copywriters that I see on Facebook who are mimicking my writing. Some even tag me, all right? Or someone will read what somebody wrote and the person will say, I'm seeing Fotizo all over this copy. What that means is that that person,
that's true.
The person likes what I'm doing and is learning my tricks. He's learning my tricks. There is a rumor, not a rumor, but let us call it a rumor, that the great Ronaldinho, when he came to PSG, he met the great JJ Okocha. Right? And Okocha was an inspiration
to him,
to the Ronaldinho. When the great Lionel Messi came to was in Barcelona, Ronaldinho was a great inspiration to the young Lionel Messi. All right. So for you to get better, you have to find people that inspire you and try to emulate what they do. Study their work and try to practice. In doing that, you are going to find your unique voice. You are going to find your unique style. You know? So it's like building upon what they have done. Like Ronaldinho built upon what Okocha did. Messi, of course, has built upon what he learned from Ronaldinho. So that is how you start. That is how you get better.
Better, yeah.
Yes. Practice. That's how you get practice, and not just practicing aimlessly. Aiming. I like Samuel's kind of way he writes. I want to learn, I want to mimic, I want to emulate, I want to imitate. All right? What he is doing. Then after a while, you will start having your unique style. Like probably adding some other things you like from Fotizo, some other things you like from other person. You are not adding them to now form your own unique style. But you started from imitating Samuel, the way he writes. So it is that practice. It is that through that practicing that you become better. Yeah. But there's one advice that I want to advise against.
Okay.
You know, it sounds like what I just said, but I want to advise against it. They call it writing out copies, just like you handwrite the copies of the great people. Yeah. I'm not really a fan of that. Rather, I'm a fan of imitation, mimicking, patterning your liking after a particular person until you grow into your own style. And it's by practice. It's by practice. So you read and you mimic, you read and you emulate, or somewhat you can say imitate. But guess what? You will grow out of it.
Yeah. Awesome.
Because you have your own voice, and you have your own uniqueness. But you have to start from somewhere. Just like every great artist started. They started from singing somebody else's song. Remember that. But they didn't stop there. But they started there. But they didn't remain there. Some started with Bob Marley. All right? But they did not end there. Someone like Majek Fasheki. Of course, people say he sounded like Bob Marley, but he grew into his own style. He added the African sound into reggae. And till today, when you hear Majek Fasheki, you know it is Majek Fasheki. But obviously, he started from somewhere. His first album had a remix of Bob Marley's Redemption song in his album. That's to tell you what that I've been learning from somewhere. Yeah. So it is a generation we are in where nobody wants to give anybody credit. You know, and that is why they remain where they are. You know, so you learn from somewhere. But as you are learning and you are, you know, trying to be like the person, you will grow into your own because you are a different person.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Now, there is a question that I almost forgot to ask, and the truth is, if this was a live webinar or something, I'm very sure people would want to ask. Okay. So this would be like the last question, or second to the last question. So the question is, I just remembered now, how do you shatter objections? Because whatever sales process, whatever sales system, people that are coming into those systems, some of them have their own objection. And the most common one is price objection, right? So price objection, any type of objection, is there should I say method? You don't really need to really go dive deep, but is there a method? Is there something that you do to shatter their objection? Because if their objection is still there, trust me, they will not buy.
Yeah, thank you very much for this question. Objection is the reason why you are writing copy. Right? Objection. Like in your research stage, all right? You, as the copywriter, would have written out from your research all the biggest objection that the person you want to influence may have. It's from your research that you discover the objections that they may have. All right. What I said is vague, but that is just it. It's big because that is where it comes from. If I want to write a copy, as I'm doing my research, I'm also researching the objections. The reason why the person will be unwilling to take action or not believe me. That is why I told you when you asked that, what is my framework? I said my framework is built around two elements: building trust and creating greed. Yeah. If you play the video back, you will hear me say. Yeah. So that process of building trust is a process of answering objection that they may have. you know, and you know, taking away their fears. Trust is the absence of fear.
Trust is the absence of fear.
Yes, that fear. Oh, will this work? Will it not work? Da, 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 da. So, when you build trust, that fear, you know, is eliminated. All right. But in conclusion to this question, you mentioned something in your question that I don't want to just glide over. You said price objection.
Yeah.
Good. Let me ask you a question, sir. There's a car that I want to think about that I know the price of the year. Let's say you wanted to buy a Lexus 350, maybe like an older model, maybe let's say 2012 or wherever, and you have maybe 9 million.
In naira,
you know?
Please. In naira.
In naira.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Stay with me here. Somewhere from Poland, right?
Yeah.
Just sent this car clean from Poland.
Cha-cha,
as we used to call it. No scratch, everything, engine, everything.
Yeah.
Wow. And somewhere knew that the asking price in Nigeria is between 9 to 10 million. Listen to me, we are talking about price objection here. So this car is worth 9 to 10 million. But somewhere says that because of XYZ reason, or let's put it in perspective. Someone said that once he hits 50,000 subscribers, right? The one subscriber will get the car for 5 million instead of 10 million. One subscriber to celebrate his 50th 50,000
subscriber milestone.
Yes, milestone, good.
Yeah.
One of your subscribers is going to get this car for 5 million. Do you think that there will be a price objection?
No.
From any of your 50,000 subscribers, knowing that this car is worth 10 million? There's no deceit. It's a known fact.
No brainer.
Good. You say no brainer. It's good. So where am I heading to? There's only price objection when the value proposition to the person that want to buy is not in his mind or her mind, it's not commensurate to the money you are asking for. So if during your offer presentation you have done a good job to make the person see or make the buyer see the worth and the value, and in his or her mind they could see that what you are offering is worth more than the money you are demanding, it becomes a no-brainer. We are talking about price objection here.
Yeah.
So price objection only comes when, bro, I've had people borrow money to buy my course.
Yeah.
Or my training. I've had an offer of 350 before, and people paid. They look for the money to pay. Do you know why they paid? It was because what I was promising was bigger than the money
they are paying. Yeah.
Yes. So my fledgling copywriter, what you are promising should be bigger than the money. At least in the mind of the person you want to sell to, then there will not be price objection, because the value, the value is just too good. The only thing they will say is, please, can you give me time? Can you take a payment plan? But it will not be that the product is too expensive, but because you have been able to communicate the value, to them.
Wow. This is really insightful for me personally. I'm very sure whoever is watching or will watch or is currently watching this right now, I'm very sure you have learned a lot from this interview. That is why we call it the ExpertView Show. Looking at skills, looking at concepts, looking at some topics from an expert point of view. So that's the essence, to give you clarity as regards these topics. Now, the last question that I would love to ask, you have really baptized us with a lot of value. Every smart person watching this right now, you know what to do. You can even get started with what he has shared on this show. But my question is, you can't just leave us like that. You can't just go. Now, you need to give us something. You talked about imitating someone, imitating an expert, learning from someone directly. And trust me, that is the best way to grow faster, not just in copywriting now, digital marketing, freelancing, crypto trading, whatever, just name it. Is you looking up to someone, learning from the person, imitating what the person is doing. So my question is, do you have anything for us? Like, how can we keep learning from you? So do you have anything for us to scale our copywriting and sales game? Do you have any program, any course, any mastermind, any masterclass, anything at all that can help people to stay consistent with copywriting, to be good, better, and probably be like Tony Fotizo? So do you have anything? Just share with us, please.
Thank you so much. The thing is this, I have a private mastermind that I offer. However, it's not open to the public, right?
Wow.
It's not open to the public, and is open by invitation only, and that is 500,000 naira, right? That is not open to everybody. It is open to industry leaders. There are some level you would have attained that I would even invite you into such a cycle. Yeah. However, I also have the most popular, most in-demand copywriting training for anyone who wants to learn the unique way, my unique copywriting methods, which I call abnormal copywriting, right? Abnormal copywriting. So what is abnormal copywriting? It is the copywriting that goes against the norm. You know, it's a copywriting style that tempers with people's will, if you may say that, you know. And for lack of a better word, it induces people to behave.
Crazy.
Again, behave.
Woo!
You know, in the way that you want them to behave. For example, I give this analogy. I said, like, do you remember any time, you would remember any time where sometime where a friend was trying to tickle you? You don't want to laugh, you don't want to laugh, but a friend was trying to tickle you and you were resisting. You don't want to laugh. He's trying to tickle you, you don't want to laugh. But after a while, you both start laughing. What happened was that friend kind of induced you to start laughing by keep tickling you. So my copywriting method, which I titled the blood sucking copywriting method,
crazy,
is a methodology that I developed over the years that help people to bypass rational reasoning. So you write in a way that bypass rational reasoning to get people to behave in the way you want them to be, so that they can take action and try your offer out. So that training is public now, and anyone who wants to really dig deep into copywriting and not just learn the regular stuff that everybody is teaching out there, that is a try your luck or hit and mix method, but you actually want a method that really goes into somebody's psychic, somebody's psychology, and from there try to get the person to act, to comply to the way you want them to comply, to act. Then you should check this out. If you go to the 6th layer of this particular program, you are going to see everybody that is anybody in the internet marketing space in Nigeria recommending these products, right? And from the biggest, from the known to the unknown. And guess what? These people are people of credibility. These are people that will not recommend something that that is half good, that is almost good. It has to be more than good for them to publicly recommend this kind of program, because they have seen it, they have tested it, and they saw that it was different. If it was something that they have gotten elsewhere, these people are rich people, they buy courses in thousands of dollars, from everybody in the world. But for them to be all saying the same thing about a particular person, about a particular program, it must mean that they saw something that they have not seen before, to put it lightly. So, and it's because of the methodology and the way my insight and my perspective to copywriting, I brought something that's different. I brought something that's new. I brought something that works, better than what is out there. Let's say I brought something that's different, all right? And that's why if you go to the 6th later, you will see everybody saying the same thing, and they are just saying this guy is something else, and this program is something else.
Guys, let me just chip in this. If you look at the screen now, everybody you are currently seeing on the screen, all of them are good, like very good with copywriting. Extremely good with copywriting. But they are also recommended. One thing about internet marketer is some people find it difficult to recommend or even do testimonials for people. True. So for them to do the testimonial, it means this person is extremely good at this thing. Everybody knows Tony Fotizo is like, if you're counting top 5, top 3, let me just say top 5 internet marketers in Nigeria, he will surely be there. And he's the founder of ExpertView, the popular affiliate system. So you can see what he's saying. So here is the thing. I was going through the sales copy myself, and I was counting the testimonials. Trust me, I had to count because it was too many. I counted about 30 testimonials. The truth is, I've never seen any copy with that many testimonials. And the truth is this: see, to get one testimonial is a big headache. Now, talking of 30 testifiers, guys. Now, here is the thing. You also talk about
and not just from anybody.
Yeah, not just from anybody. That is it. Now, here is the thing, guys. see, I will give you just one advice. After watching this thing, learning so many things, I will give you just one advice. If that is the only thing you take from this call, from this show, trust me, it is fine. The advice is, you see this link, copywriting.vip. In fact, this domain that you have, it is kind of very, very special, premium, like kind of very, very special. So guys, the advice I will give you is this, just one advice. Visit this website, copywriting.vip, and go study. Just go there, go read it, study the way he writes his copy, and eventually, trust me, you'll buy. But the thing is, go there to learn. Just look at the way he structures his copy, see the way he writes his copy, and trust me, you'll be stunned. So if you really want to say enough of buying many courses, trust me, we are in the same shoes. I've bought so many courses. People buy course and you'll keep buying. But trust me, if you are tired of buying course, then you should go visit copywriting.vip. Now, here is the thing. Now, the course is currently for 30,000. I will tell you, I'm one person. I'm not here to sell you course. The course that I'm recommending to you, it is to help you. This is not me because you want to sell course. No, it is to help you on your skills and be better at this skill. So it is a choice if you want to or if you don't want to. So this course is currently sold for 30,000 naira. Go check everything. If there's something you like, if you want to pull in more money, increase your sales, let people beg you to take their money, like, please take my money and give me your product or service, then this course is for you. Now, here is the thing, this is like the first edition or episode of the ExpertView Show with Adeleke Samuel. So to launch this particular show, I am willing, listen, this is from my own pocket now, I am willing, because I spoke with the great Tony Fotizo. He was like, the thing is, there are about 200 people that are promoting this course. Imagine 200 people. That's crazy, promoting one program. It is because they believe in it. If they not believe in the program or the course, they will never promote it. So the thing is, I spoke with him, but he said he will not be able to like give discounts, which I understand, which is fine. But I'm very nice now. DSP is kind. Adeleke Samuel is a nice guy. So to launch this show, I'm doing this. Listen, I'm doing this from my own heart. I'm doing this to launch this show, this ExpertView Show. I'm willing to give 50,000 naira back to everybody that will be jumping on this program or course. Now, listen, I cannot do this for everybody because I know many people want to jump on the course, but I cannot do this for everybody. I can only do it for the first 10 people. And the truth is, I'm not here to give any marketing gimmicks or something like that. I don't do that. First 10 people, I'll give you 5,000 naira back of whatever fee you are paying. So you pay, you get the program, I'll give you 5,000 naira back so that at least I did something for you because I'm nice. So yes, he's a nice guy. So that is what I'll be doing. If you're interested, just go to the website, make your payment, and just send me, okay, in case you want to contact me, if you have my WhatsApp, send me a DM. If you're on my Facebook, send me a DM. And another thing you can do is send me a DM on Instagram. Just send me a DM anyway. Like this is my Instagram link, adelekeshine.com/IG. Send me a DM. Let me know, okay, you bought the program. Then I'll give you your 5,000. I'll not even ask you questions. I'll just confirm if you truly bought the program and you're inside the program. Just confirm. Then I'll give you your 5,000 naira cash. Now that is not all. I do overdo. I overdo a lot. So one more thing I'll give is when you know how to write copy, the next thing is you want to start selling a product with it, right? So I'm willing to give you my 8-figure sales page template. Listen, guys, I don't just make claims. That is me. I give you what is working. This is what I use, and I'm giving you exactly the same thing. And I will not just give you the template, I will back it up with a video that will show you how to use the template. So even if you are a newbie, just get this course, start writing your copy, then I'll give you the template and you start using immediately. Now, one more thing, I overdo a lot. The last thing I'll talk about here is I'm giving you a mystery gift box, which I will not talk about here. If you want it, If you are part of the 10 people, send me a DM. I won't put it here.
Wow.
If you are part of the 10 people, send me a DM. Once I confirm, I will give you access to that mystery box, to that mystery gift. So guys, one more thing is, go to Facebook right now. Go to Facebook and go search for Tony Fotizo on Facebook. Listen, you can learn a lot from reading Tony Fotizo's like social media posts. All of his posts is a copy on its own. So just go to Facebook right now. Go to Facebook, search for Tony Fotizo, search, follow him. Just follow him everywhere you can find him. Trust me, anywhere, Instagram or Facebook. I'm very sure he's very active on Facebook. So search for Tony Fotizo, follow his work, read what he writes. You will even learn more from doing that. So guys, as I've said, just go to Copywriting the VIP, learn the way his structure is copy. And don't forget, this is for the first 10 people. And one more thing, guys, one more thing. You know, every course I bring on my show, I'm not one of your internet marketers that just bring course to you to buy. No, I'm not. You know, every course I bring comes with 100% money back guarantee. So if you are not satisfied, 30 days money guarantee is there for you. So you're not really taking any risks. I tell you guys, buy the course. If you are not satisfied, if you are not seeing the result, or this, just ask for a refund and you surely what get your refund. So guys, we have really done justice to this topic. In fact, our guest for today really did justice to this topic. I want to really appreciate you. Thanks for your time. Thanks for the knowledge. Trust me, you have really impacted people. You have really impacted people, and those are very good or knows what they are doing, they will jump on your offer. The offer is for you to become good at copywriting. It's not for anything, it's for you to become good at copywriting. So guys, if you have gotten value from this training, from this talk show, whatever you want to call it, from this ExpertView show, guys, just make sure you like this video, drop a comment in the comment section, share this. Don't no keeper now. Share this thing with your friends, share with your community, let them know, let them learn what copywriting is. And if you are new to my channel, probably you stumbled on my channel anyhow somehow, please hit the subscribe button below and also turn on the bell notification if you want to see quality content like this. So thanks, my man, for honoring our invitation. And guys, if you want to see more of this show, please drop a comment. Let me know what you learned. Your aha moments, drop them in the comment section. I want to know. I want to be sure that you guys learn a lot. So guys, we wrap it up here, and I will say see you in my next video.